It's Thursday, June 21st in the evening. I'm Kelly Hawkins, and this is Wake Up with Kelly Hawkins. I wanted to talk a little bit more about what I was talking about this morning. I didn't have a lot of time because I was getting ready for work, but I really wanted to show something, upload something, and then I didn't have time to upload it this morning. I wasn't sure if I wanted to. I was gonna want to make a show tonight though, so. And I did. And that's why I'm making one right now. Okay. So, I basically wanted to talk a little bit more about FEMA camps. Well, not that quite so much, but about preparedness. Because earlier this morning on this morning show, I told you that you really shouldn't be going into FEMA camps. And you're going to want to know what the alternatives are. So basically, you're going to want to know what to do in an emergency. And the answer to that is that's your choice, that's your decision. You have to know what to do in an emergency. You need to prepare yourself. Every situation in every area is different, so there isn't one blanket answer. Um, what I'm doing is I'm preparing to bug out. And that's a term that you're going to want to look up on the internet if you're not familiar with it. Um, there are a lot of survival websites. My kitty's right there. Should I show you my kitty? Spider! Spider! Sorry. I told you it's not a very professional show. Oh, I'll leave him there. He's right there. Okay. And another thing that's different with this show is I'm recording it in Windows Live Movie Maker instead of that one program. It was so hilarious when I was watching it when I got home after work because it kept saying, it kept flashing that message on the screen, and I'm like, wow, it looks like they're editing me, and maybe they were, but what I think is what they're trying to work on is getting a way for you to be able to watch the videos that it constantly coming in with commercials. That's probably what they're doing. I hopefully they're not trying to ruin my videos. But if they are, they are. Sometimes I wonder because I don't see myself on a lot of videos that I should have been on. Like there's one video where the night before the Bilderberg conference, a bunch of truthers were hanging out in the bar, and we were just basically truthering out the bar before the Bilderberg conference. And Mike Dice, he was doing a live stream, and he had his cell phone, and he faced it around to different people, and he was asking them different questions, and he faced it to me, and he asked me a few questions, and the part with me was completely out. So that is very upsetting. I'm like a FEMA camp or something. Live stream doesn't want you to know that I was protesting the Bilderberg conference, I guess. But anyways, so preparing yourself, make a plan, start thinking about it. You know, think about what would be the best for you. Do you live in a rural area? Do you live in someplace where maybe in a lot of instances you are lucky enough that that is your bug out location? You happen to live in your bug out location. That would be the best. And then you can focus on how to get off the grid. Um, but for me, what I'm doing is I always have gas in the car. I never leave the car without too much gas. And another search term is bug out bag. And that's a bag where you put your emergency supplies. But there are a few things that I do differently than what you'll find or that I found on any other websites. So let me tell you what what they are. You're gonna need your medication, so make sure you pack your medication, and that's something that everyone will tell you. But there's a good chance that you'll need antibiotics. And people don't really go into that. And doctors won't prescribe antibiotics. But what you can do is you can go to a animal feed store and they sell antibiotics for animals. And it's just as good, well, maybe not just as good, but I think it's as good as for humans, that's specifically made for humans. And if it's not just as good as for humans, it'll do in a pinch, beats dying. So, I did find a website. I don't have it on this computer. It was a few computers ago that gave the amounts, like this spoon equals that much or whatever. Um, and so you can look that up on the internet to see what you'll need for your weight and your situation. Um, the Tractor Supply Company has bags of it, like little bags for $4, which would be perfect for a bug out bag. Now, me, because of my age, because I'm kind of up there in age, I'm not in the best shape in the world. I mean, I do go on the treadmill, not as much as I have been, but I can walk a few miles. I'll be all right. But carrying a huge heavy pack, I'm not so sure I could do that. So instead of making what most people would have a big backpack full of supplies, I have a fanny pack. So I just have a little fanny pack. It has some food in it, some water, and just, what I think I'll need. Um, because I need to be able to walk too. That's a major consideration. Another thing that they have invented that I don't see on many survivalist sites are little straws that you can use that filter water to make it palatable, to make it so it won't hurt you. It, so that's one thing that you can get. Also, you can get. I like shower curtains. You need a large plastic thing, so a good sturdy clear shower curtain would do a lot. Um, it's a good thing to have. And let's see what else. Um, Juice. Everybody knows to carry water and that you need liquid, but you need some sustenance too, and you might as well do two things at once. And instead of just carrying water, you will need to carry water, but if you have the extra room, carry some juice along with you, something that'll help replenish you um, with some extra calories. And, why carry water when you can carry water plus? And vitamins and first aid kit and all that. If that's your thing, I think everybody should have and rope, but I think everyone should have a bug out kit in their car or an emergency kit. And you can have a few different plans. If this happens, then do this. If this happens, then do that. You know. And let's see, how long is this? About 9 minutes. Okay, so because I'm using Windows Movie Maker and not the live stream maker, I don't need to show the desktop. That's why I didn't even bother to look up any websites for you, because I wouldn't be able to share them anyway. And you can do your own research. It's not that difficult. Oh, there's Spider. You see him right down there, right here. Doo-doo. Okay. Um, do your own research. You have to make your plan for yourself, how you want to survive if there's ever an emergency where they'd want to put you in a FEMA camp. And yeah, make sure you get those antibiotics. Because in a worst case scenario and something really, really bad happens and there's a lot of dead animals, or I hate to say it, I hate to even think about it, but if there are a lot of dead people, um, antibiotics could very well save your life. They could in a lot of different situations too, but you have to keep that in mind, you know. If there was something so bad where people were dying, dead bodies rot, and just being around that could kill you. Like in Stephen King's The Stand, you know? Not that people were dying from the dead bodies, but that's the kind of scenario that I'm afraid of, you know? Um, but most off, don't go to a FEMA camp. Don't trust them. Don't trust the government to take care of you. They have a bad track record. They didn't for Katrina, so for me that's enough right there. That to me that says they won't protect you. They'll just cage you up like an animal. And and another thing, why are they breaking up Alex Jones show when he talks about FEMA camps? Why was the episode of conspiracy theory that dealt with FEMA camps, not only was it never replayed, but it was deleted off people's home DVRs? Why? You know, there has to be a reason. It has to have something to do with FEMA camps because that's what they're targeting. So it's like they're pointing big arrows saying, look at me, look at me. You know? I don't get it. I really don't. But whatever you do, just take care of yourself. If you can take care of yourself, you won't need anybody's help. And then you're free. The more people you rely on, the less free you are. And the more you rely on big government, especially, the less free you are. Okay, so I think I covered all the topics I wanted to. I'm trying to think. Which ends up looking terrible. But I think that's it. I think I covered everything. Um, and thank you for watching Wake Up. Wake up.